Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome. With us today we have Ubaidullah Evans, our teacher and content provider here at Ta'leef, Alhamdulillah. We are discussing today the fourth part episode of 4 series, Alhamdulillah, of Laylatul Qadr today, the night of decree, the night of power. And we want to welcome Ubaidullah Evans with us on the show. Ubaid.
Assalamu alaikum, Ali.
In the last 10 nights of Ramadan, what's everyone's question?
When is Laylatul Qadr?
Exactly. When is that, right? When is the night of power, night of decree? But what's amazing to me all the time about that is like, how do we really translate that? Because language informs a lot of how we conduct our actual nature, everything.
Well, the word Laylatul Qadr would properly be translated, precisely be translated as the night of immense value. You know, the night of degree even, because its value spiritually is so immense. Some people translate it the night of power, but the word qadar is power in Arabic, but the night is nonetheless powerful. So I think both of those translations are admissible, but I think the former is more accurate.
The night of value. That's the first time I actually hear that.
Right. I mean, it's not. I mean, I actually learned that from Dr. Omar Farooq Abdullah.
So for us in our tradition in Islam, let's unpack it a little bit. What is this night all about?
I think, you know, Laylatul Qadr, or, you know, the night of value, the night of power, you know, we can offer both translations. I think it expresses something very profound about our understanding of God. You know, when you think about this night, having this significance, having this meaning, being a night where things are decreed, right? وَيُفْرَقُ فِيهَا كُلُّ أَمْرٍ حَكِيمٍ. Every grave, every serious, every matter of importance is decreed during that night. You know, we're also learning something about, dare I say, the personality of God, His uluhiyyah, that God is not simply an extension of your rationality. Like maybe you think certain things are good, you think certain things are bad, and then God just becomes kind of an endorsement of those things, kind of a heavenly endorsement of your rationality. No, God has a distinct personality. There are things that God likes just because God likes them. And He might not offer any rational basis as to why He likes them. Why Laylatul Qadr opposed to any other night, right? Because Laylatul Qadr is God's preference. And we accept that. And we thank the Prophet ﷺ through sending salawat to him that we have knowledge of that. In terms of what the night is all about, God describes what the night is all about. خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ. That spending that night in worship, spending that night in devotion, in contemplation, is better than spending 83 years or 83.3 years. I'm not a technocrat, right? But I think the gist is that this night is of immense and irreplaceable value, spiritually.
You know, you on a personal tip, what do you usually try to do on that night to seek out?
You know, it's interesting, man. I find that sometimes our approaches are very proactive, and I appreciate that. People want to make sure that they're reading Quran. They want to make sure that they're praying. They want to make sure they're making dhikr. But even if you were just aware, present, and spiritually open, right, to what's happening during that night, that the angels are descending, that there's an abiding peace that remains that night, you know, until daybreak. If you were just present and just still and opened yourself to what God was doing, you would also benefit from Laylatul Qadr. You know,
like opening yourself to the nafahat, like the cool
breezes of mercy that are coming down. I think that sometimes this emphasis on proactivity, people that may not be praying at that time of the Ramadan, or people that are prevented from praying because of physical ailments or other kinds of, you know, difficulties, they forget that it's not about what you're doing exclusively. Yes, we want to do something to match the grace that's present during that special time that is Laylatul Qadr, but it's really about what God is doing.